Shalom. First and foremost, I'd like to give all praises and glory and honor to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Wakar Kadash. Double honors to the elders, apostles of Great Millstone, preaching the word truthfully and sincerely. And shalom to the Akim, scattered to the four corners of the globe, preaching the word truthfully and sincerely. And shalom to the Akim, scattered to the four corners of the globe, and be like unto the speckled bird, preaching the word truthfully and sincerely. I'll say shalom to you Akim out there. And this is another update of the wars and rumors of wars and the tensions between China and the United States. Escalations of verbal assaults increasing now more than ever. Verbal assaults and potentially military assault as well too. And this is a news article from Jerusalem Post. Was published July the 19th, 2022 by Reuters, updated on July the 19th, 2022. And the highlight of this news article, and it reads, China says U.S. will bear consequences if Pelosi visits to Taiwan. And, the past few couple of days, especially, with the arms sales of approval from the United States to help Taiwan out with their military defense and self-governor and self-defense as well too, especially with the tensions going on in the South China Sea, tensions stirring up even more between the United States and China as well too. And reading on with the article, China's foreign minister said on Tuesday that a visit to Taiwan by the U.S. House Speaker Nancy Pelosi will seriously undermine China's sovereignty and territorial integrity, and the United States will bear the consequences it responds. China's foreign minister spokesperson Zhao Lijian, who was speaking at a regular press briefing at the Financial Times, report early that Pelosi planned to visit Taiwan in August, said China will take strong measures to safeguard its sovereignty and territorial integrity. Right, because after they said that statement, they're going to use all measures, if any, necessary from taking, the sovereignty from China with Taipei of Taiwan. It might be through harsh economic sanctions, and potentially might respond with military action as well too. So like I mentioned before, with the tensions between the tensions between China and the United States is escalating even more. Now it's being more verbally, and it's going to be militarily, and it's going to be very physical very soon if it keep on living to that point, because China made that statement. They keep on making statements back and forth, especially on an everyday basis as we see these things in the news, because sometimes these wars or these rumors of wars or these rumors in the news might not be 100% true. Then at times it's going to be 100% true as well too. But coming from this statement was 100% true, and then it was accurate in the news article. So, with the tensions going on between over in the South China Sea, as the United States constantly, continually fully support Taipei, Taiwan as an unofficial allies with them, because they help train them, help get them military equipment and fully assistance, and China doesn't like that. China said they're going to take any measures necessary to take action, from the United States and the allies that fully support Taipei, Taiwan, of its self-governor, and self-sovereignty as well too. They say if you pull Taipei, Taiwan away from us, there's gonna be some serious consequences for that, and they're gonna live by that word, even though they just talking, but they're gonna back that up with action as well too. Like I mentioned before, even if it's actions of harsh economics from the United States and its Western allies that's doing that, continue to push forth with that, hey, these tensions gonna increase more and more and more. As you see it on an everyday basis, the relations between the United States and China is not looking good right now, At first it was showing signs that they might have some dialogue or some, discussion of trying to fix their relations between one another. After seeing this on an everyday basis, after China is continuing to send verbal shots at the United States, it seems like at the moment right now their relationships between the two nations is going sour, is going south, and that goes to show you the increase of the nations rising against nations and the kingdoms against different kingdoms as well too, and these nations are showing their, not only just verbally against modern day Babylon, they're showing their military strength as well too, and they're going to use that if necessary, because these nations are not afraid of the big bad modern day Babylon like how they used to be. Now these nations are start showing their strength. These nations send shots at these nations are sending shots at modern day Babylon, which is North America according to the Holy Scriptures, These nations are not afraid of America no more, Even if they did have Trump in office, they still wasn't scared of modern day Babylon. Now they got President Joe Biden in office. They really not afraid of modern day Babylon, Just like for an example, the United States used these sanctions on these countries and all that, even though the sanctions might affect them a little bit, but that's not going to stop the nations creating their military capabilities, standing up against modern day Babylon. They used to drink the philosophies, drunken the wine of the wrath for the fornication of modern day Babylon. Now they not falling for that no more, They're standing on their own 2 feet. They're going against modern day Babylon. Just like in the book of Joel 3:10, let the weak say I am strong. And I'm about to bring that out right now since I mentioned that, these nations are not afraid of modern day Babylon no more. They're not afraid of modern day Rome 2.0, modern day Egypt, modern day Babylon. These nations are not afraid of modern day Babylon no more. That's why they're taking verbal shots at them, economic shots, and it's going to get to full physical actions against them very soon, And this is the book of Joel, chapter 3, verse 10. Beat your plowshares and the swords and the pruning hooks into spears, and let the weak say I am strong, right? It's like I mentioned before, these nations are taking shots at modern day Babylon. Sometimes about modern day Babylon allies as well too. You taking shots at them. Even the adversaries, definitely the adversaries, especially Iran, China, Russia, North Korea, and more other adversaries to modern day Babylon. They are taking shots at these. They taking shots at modern day Babylon. They backing it up verbally with their military might and strength. That's why you're seeing these continual exercise drills, military drills. They gearing up, preparing for war just in case anything goes down. And they're gonna be standing against modern day Babylon. They say, hey, modern day Babylon, y'all got military strength. Hey, we got military strength just as well as you, as well too. So you're gonna see these things increase even more and more, especially the tensions between China and the United States, even though it's just on a verbal standpoint and an economic standpoint as well too. But it's gonna get to a very physical military action standpoint very soon. because we've seen signs of that, and bring up Matthews 24:6. This is the book of Matthew. Salakians. Oh, there we go. This is the book of Matthew, chapter 24, verse 6. And ye shall hear of wars and rumors of wars. See that ye be not troubled, for all these things must come to pass, but the end is not yet. Right? Because we seeing all these things taking place. We're seeing many things going on with the heat waves, the droughts, the uproars of the people in the world, the nations rise against nations, different kingdoms. Mark 3:25, if a house be divided, how shall it stand? And many other different things that's going on, on the planet Earth. And we've seen these things, and the big two major prophecies are going to be coming very soon. And we are definitely approaching it. We're seeing signs of it. The Revelations 11:14, second woe is past, behold, the third woe coming quickly. And the MOTB, that's coming into full effect as well too. That hour of temptation, which is recorded in the book of Revelations 13, verse 16 through verse 17. That hour of temptation, if you're going to take that thing that's implanted in your body, or you're down with that, or you're down with the Heavenly Father and His only begotten Son, or you're down with this NWA new order that's coming very soon, So we're just seeing signs of that, but the end is not yet. Right? That's why it says the end is not yet, because we're seeing more upcoming things that's about to come as well too, and it's about to come to pass of these scriptures of biblical prophecies, as it's increasingly unfold in the last days, because we're seeing these perilous times, the beginning of sorrows, famines, droughts, pestilence, earthquakes in diverse places. All these many signs we see that's taking place. Like I mentioned before, the wars and rumors of wars, the kingdom against kingdoms, the nations against nations. But I wasn't trying to get off topic, but that just shows examples of the signs that we're entering into, That's why it's the end is not yet, because these are the beginning of sorrows for what's about to come, even more and more, as the time progresses on. But back to the subject at hand, expect to see these clashes between the nations, between the United States and China, increase now more than ever. Now they might have some type of dialogue with each other to settle the score, settle their issues differences that they have. But it seems like right now, at the moment, it's not looking like that at the case right now. Because, China is definitely sending verbal shots at, shots at the United States, Because after that approved arms sales for Taipei, the United States approved it. I believe the Congress got to approve it, either the Congress or a Senate, to have their two takes on it. But that goes to show you that China will do any necessary measures to oppose that, of what the United States helping Taipei, Taiwan with, for self-governing, self-reliance, and self-militarize, And China is going to use any means necessary measures to take actions against the United States from an economic standpoint, like I mentioned before, and to a verbal standpoint as well too, So with that, I hope this quick sit-down lesson was edifying through the spirit, power, grace, and mercy of Yahweh Yahushua. And first and foremost, I'd like to give all praises and glory and honor to Yahweh Ba'ashem, Yahushua Ba'ashem, Wakakadash. Double honors to the elders, apostles, burning millstone, pushing the word, truth, and sincerity. And shalom to the Akim, scattered through the four corners of the globe, pushing the word, truth, and sincerity. And shalom to the Akim, scattered through the four corners of the globe, preaching the word, truth, and sincerity. And shalom to the Akim, that be like unto the speckled bird, preaching the word, truth, and sincerity. And until next time, I will say shalom and the ball.